Alright, so I just hit 100 miles on my e-bike, so I'm going to do just a little bit of like a 100-mile review of the bike. Just kind of ride around the park and talk about the bike. Just kind of see like the features of it and like pros and cons, that kind of thing. So without further ado, here we go. So yeah, you can see 100 miles on the odometer. I'm a little low battery right now, but it's alright. I've been riding kind of all day. But yeah. So, overall, my review is positive. Because this bike, it's only $450, and for that price, you really cannot beat it. Like, it's reliable, it's decently quick. 100 miles in, I haven't had anything break yet. And I have done a couple small jumps with it actually, even though it is not built for that, but I have done it. So that is something to keep in mind. I tried a couple little wheelies earlier. This bike unfortunately does not have enough power to reliably keep the wheel up. So I won't be able to film any wheelie content until I get a more powerful bike. More on that later. But yeah, it's a good bike. Pros, it has fairly good suspension. It has front suspension, no rear. But the front suspension is pretty nice. And another pro I have to say is just the price. It's only $450, and for that, it is a good working bike. I'd say the speed is also a pro, because a lot of other bikes in this class will only go 15 to 20 miles an hour. This one goes 22, so that's another pro. I also like the tires. They have a good amount of grip. But now we have to get into the cons, because there are some cons on this bike. One is the battery life. This battery drains way too fast. It's only a 36-volt battery, and I think it must be high output or something, because like if you're riding full potential, you're only gonna get 45 minutes to an hour of battery before you gotta go recharge, which is a little bit disappointing. Another con is the brakes. The brakes just aren't that good. They'll stop it fine, but they're really squeaky and it feels unreliable. In fact, I'm only 100 miles in and I already might have to get new brake pads soon, so that's a major con. The geometry, I mean, this isn't really the bike's fault since it's a commuter bike, but for doing tricks and stuff, it does have a really bad geometry. But again, I'm not really counting that against the bike since it's not built for that type of riding. So yeah, there is that to consider. But my overall opinion, if you're getting this just as a bike to get around town with, maybe you're not going mode 5 the whole time, you're like mode 2 or 3 just cruising at like under 20 miles an hour, it's going to be a good bike for you. It can definitely handle that. But if you're trying to get an e-bike to have fun with, like riding fast, trying to do tricks or anything, this is not a good pick. This bike will disappoint you in that aspect, which I feel like is reasonable because that's just not what the bike is built for. But yeah, overall, like I said, my review is positive. I do like the bike for what it's meant for. It is a good bike, able to get you to get around town. You can have fun in a park with it, as I've shown. It's decently fast. 22 miles an hour is pretty good, especially for like a bicycle class e-bike. I think this is a class 2 e-bike. And yeah, for that, it does a great job. So overall, I am happy with it. Although, as I said, I am saving up for a more powerful bike. And when I get that, I'll be learning like wheelies and all the other shenanigans, jumps, stuff like that. And that one I'm really excited for. But yeah, any of y'all in the community might have heard of it. It's called a Yosma Ion 10 Pro. It's a really good bike, 17-14 wheel set, 50 miles an hour. So I'm really excited for that bike, but that won't come to the channel for a little bit because I'm still saving up money for it. But that is gonna really improve the amount of content I can make. But yeah, one other comment I would like to put on this bike is it is decent for off-roading. Like here, I can try to like kind of cut across the grass here real quick. And it handles it decent enough. It has, like I said, it has pretty good front suspension. There's no rear suspension, which is a consideration. But it can handle grass, it can handle gravel, it can handle that kind of thing. I wouldn't say like dirt trails might be a bit much for it unless they're just like flat, level, hard packed dirt, it can handle that just fine. But if it's like rough or has tall hill climbs or anything, you're not getting far on this bike. But yeah, overall the off-roading's decent. You can't really put that against it. And it does have cruise control, which is a really nice feature. I can try to activate it here. Basically, if you just hold it for a full power for long enough, like there it goes. You can see my thumb is off the throttle and it's just automatically going. So it does have that, which is a really nice feature. The cruise control will turn off if you press the brakes at all, and it's a little difficult to get it to go back on, but that's whatever. Like there, it just went back on again. You can see I'm not touching the throttle and the bike is still holding at top speed. It has a 750 watt motor, which is fairly weak for an e-bike, but again, this is a very budget bike, so you can't really expect much more than that for this price point. And it does keep it street legal, because technically speaking, anything over that is not considered a street legal bike. So that's another consideration. If you want to be street legal, you want to get a bike like this. If you want to have fun, get a more powerful one. But again, you're taking the risks on yourself there. But yeah, overall, really positive review. And as you can see, we did put an extra mile on it, but that is my 100-mile review. So yeah, this bike is made by Actbest, which I'll see if I can try to put a link for it in the description. But it's a good bike, and for $450, could not recommend it more. So that's me signing off. Make sure you like and subscribe.